Kids are always gonna be cruel. We talk about growing up in the 70s and the early 80s, you know, back when it was just about the time when disabilities or people with disabilities were starting to get let out of the closet. Because a lot of times back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, those generations, a lot of times, if somebody had a disability, a lot of that they were kept in the closet. They were kept, you know, not really in public that much because they really didn't know that much about disabilities. So the kids didn't understand it. I mean, although I had friends where I grew up at, it was still had that teasing, you know, that bullying. You can call somebody trash or cripple or whatever every day in their life. Sooner or later, it's going to affect them or make them think, hey, maybe I am trash, maybe I am nothing. And that in itself, you know, was hard for me to overcome. I know it's a strange to say, but I didn't like myself. I didn't like who I was. And I was angry at God. God forgive me, I hate him. I mean, if he could have walked up in front of me, I mean, we would have go down. I had that why me complex. Why me? Why was I born with cerebral palsy? Why do you hate me? And I think the realization that God did love me came when I attempted suicide in '95. I OD'd on pills, and this guy came up to me in this afterlife experience I had. And it was so foggy, like foggy. And I could see silhouettes, and the guy walked up to me and put his hand on my shoulder and said, Hank, you gotta go back. And I was like, I don't want to go back. I have nothing to live for. And I can remember him saying, I'm not finished with you yet. You got a job to do. And next thing I know, I wake up, and my dad's sitting there holding my hand, crying. And he said, son, we didn't know if you were gonna make it or not. He said, you know you died. I said, yeah, I know I died. I said, I know. I said, I don't know how long. I said, it felt like eternity. He said, no, he said, you were dead for 90 seconds. He brought you back. He said, we can't do this no more. I can't really say what he said on camera, but Daddy always had a way with words. He'd make them four-letter words.
I said, if you really want to kill yourself, I said, my gun's are always loaded. And I said, I promise you, when you're gonna pull the trigger, finish business. We had other words besides that, but that was the main thing that I wanted to get across to him. You know, hey, bro, there's no reason for you to keep killing everybody, trying to do these little false stunts to me, you know. And to get it across to him, bro, it was tough, bro. It really was.
Suicide, now to me, suicide is the permanent solution to a temporary problem. I'm not proud I did it. I'm not ashamed of it. It is something in my life that has happened, that's done, it's finished, but it changed me. I think if I wouldn't have had that afterlife experience, I think I probably would have tried it again and probably would have succeeded. And it took me, it was in 1995, it took me 13 years to find out what he had in store for me. I'm not finished with you, Hank. So in them 13 years, I had worked across Louisiana to raise money for cerebral palsy, and I had stopped in at United Cerebral Palsy one day, and I'm getting a dime tour of the facility. And we're getting ready to walk out the door. Another one of the moments in your life you'll never forget, you know. First time you ever see your spouse, you remember that forever. And I'm walking out the door, and I'm talking to her boss, Maria's boss. She's walking in, and she's beautiful, I mean, gorgeous, beautiful Hispanic woman. And I'm thinking in my mind, it's like, whoa, look at this. Wow, that's a fox.
The next morning, me and my coworkers came to my office. And he's like, Maria, somebody interested in you. And I'm like, no, I'm not interested in him. No. And my uncle was like, ooh, what are you talking about? And I, that new guy. No, it's not my type. It's not my type. I remember I was in my desk typing. I heard something in me like, okay, Maria, you've been praying for something to happen, and then here, and I stop being so superficial. Stop it. So I called my coworker back and like, okay, tell me a little bit about this guy.
But for me, it was love at first sight. I mean, you can't help but not love Maria. I've never had anyone talk negative about her. She's such a wonderful girl. She's my everything. And I proposed to her almost a month to the day after I met her. And then almost a year after that, we got married. September 25th, 2004. And then 9 months later, we had our baby. So we do things quick. We don't. I can remember when Christian was tiny baby, and we would take him into the store, and we would have him sitting on top of the basket, and people would come and say, is he yours? And, what do y'all do? I mean, y'all had a baby? I can remember when Maria got pregnant with Christian. I had people in my family that say, are you sure you want to do this with Maria? Are you sure you want to be a father? Are you sure y'all going to be good parents? Why do y'all want to have a kid? Y'all both handicapped. You're not scared that he's going to be handicapped? But we learned, both of us have a cerebral palsy. We've learned to support each other more and love more than a typical husband and wife. I was able to watch her change my son's diapers with her teeth. Take him, clean them, wipe them, and then pull his diapers up with her teeth because she couldn't do it. And tape it all down with her chin and never, ever drop that baby. When I started painting, I was married to Maria. We'd been married for 3 years. But I still didn't have, I was still faking my religion. I was still faking it. I wasn't happy. I was just going through the motions of being a husband, a young father, and still looking for that fix to make me happy. And I found it. My painting now, my painting is my drug. I started out painting just to be closer to my mom, who had passed away, because she was an artist. And I taught myself how to do all this. The early years were tough. A lot of nights, macaroni and cheese. Figuring out how we gonna pay the lights, or how we gonna pay the rent, struggling. Just like everybody else that starts off, struggling. But getting up at 3 in the morning to make sure you had a place on Jackson Square, make sure you had somewhere to hang your work 4 days a week. Driving an hour and a half to New Orleans, hour and a half back. Sitting out there in the sun, the cold, the rain, trying to sell artwork. Now, all the kids that make fun of me and tease me are coming here to buy my art. It's kind of like a aha moment, you coming to buy my art. And I have a lot of guys that work for my gallery that I grew up in, and that teased me in school and high school, that I come here, throughout the conversation, they would come back and they say, I'm sorry that I ever teased you. I'm sorry I made fun of you. I'm like, look, we were kids. We were children. I can't hold that like that against y'all. And then they turn around and buy a piece of art. And they're not buying the art because they feel sorry for me. They're buying the art because they like my art.
Well, you can see this art is done from the heart and the area and what Hank feels. It's natural, and everybody can relate to what he's painting, his art. from the old doors to the chairs to the Nutri-Skin boards to the area and the shrimp boats, and everything is just related to the area.
I like to paint the old Louisiana, the way our grandparents or great-grandparents might have lived, with the outhouses and the bayous and the pirogues and the cisterns. My style is set back 50 years ago, 60 years ago. It's the old way of doing things. It's simpler way of life. And that's what's cool about my work is I can take a piece of art and hang it in somebody's living room. And you're gonna walk in there and you're gonna see that work and you're gonna say, wow, look at this piece of art. And that piece of art is a piece of Hank. But when they see that piece of art, they don't see Hank. They may not even know who Hank Holland is. And they don't judge Hank Holland. They don't know till the conversation gets in the depth with the owner of the painting. Yeah, he was born with cerebral palsy. What? He has cerebral palsy and he does this? Yeah, amazing. That's God-given. Whenever I'm painting that painting, I'm not only painting it, that moment, I'm pretty much in there dancing, having a good time, shaking a leg, drinking a beer, raising 9 kinds of hell with these characters. Because I literally take myself out of my human realm for that minute, for that hour, 20 hours a day for the paint this. In my mind, I take myself and I put myself into that painting, and my heart and my soul into that painting. I have to have colors. All the colors I use, I feel the different colors in my life, in my soul. And that in itself motivates me. I do a lot of baptismal stuff. I believe in God. I like to raise hell, but I believe in God. I'm a great Christian. So as I paint these Christians, these people being baptized here and here, all that, I can see myself being baptized. Again, I again affirm myself being baptized.
I see the progress of his work. I see the not only the work, but I see how doubt his art has changed him. I mean, believe me, this saved his life, I think. And it saved our marriage in other ways.
As far as I know, I've done extensive research. There ain't no other artist in the world that I know of that's tied her name upside down. So having a disability, with my disability, I'm a little bit different than pure normal, or whatever you call normal people. So I wanted my work to be a little different too. And that's the main reason why I signed it upside down. And I'm not self-conscious about my disability anymore. I'm more conscious, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. It defines me. It's made me who I am as a person, as a father, as a friend, and as an artist. It's who I am. And I don't think I want to change it.
I look at Hank and I tell him every time that I really have a chance is that he is the greatest ambassador I think that we can have in the town of Lockport. And it's an honor and a privilege that we have him as a resident and also as a friend.
I classify my life in 4 different divisions. The loves in my life: Jesus, my wife and son, my family and friends, and then my art. My art is a piece of who I am, but the whole package makes what I am.